What's up, Tim Sykes here with Strati.
How you doing?
How's it going, man?
We're good. Life's good. How are you?
Merry Christmas, happy holidays. Life is good. It's a tough year for most people, but for trading, it is insane. Tell us your story.
So I started trading about 2 years ago. I was a gym teacher actually, and I was doing trading as just a side hustle, just 2 to 4, trying to make the quick bucks or try to trade in the summer. And in March, so I was forced to go home. There was not much I could do. Just took trading full time, said, why not try this? And we just went for it. And then I had the worst habits, didn't know what I was doing, but still just making money. And I don't know, then August, September, October, things kind of slowed down. I just got pooped on, just did not do well. I learned all the bad habits that I had. They shook me in the end, started losing money, but it was kind of a good opportunity because I got to go back to the drawing board. So now November and December have been really good for me.
So how'd you find this whole niche? You know Jack, you know me, how'd you find it?
I started, the kid who Jack learned from, like the kid in the gym that you always hear about, Jack's story.
Yeah.
He actually went to school with me.
Oh, okay.
And everyone was like always kind of making fun of him about penny stocks a little bit.
Yeah.
And I was just kind of like, hey, like this is actually pretty cool. Like, what are you doing?
Word travels.
Yeah. And no one wanted to listen to him, and I gave him a chance, and then he stopped trading. He just got a job. He was really happy with it. He's like, just go call Jack. Like, Jack will help you out. Jack answered, and that's really it. That's history right there.
And you're learning from your bad habits. I like that you mentioned that. 2020 has been a crazy year in the world and in the markets.
Yeah.
Just because you might make money in a hot market doesn't necessarily mean that you know everything or even anything. And a lot of people take their early gains, as lessons. We got spectators too, FYI. A lot of people take their early gains as like the wrong lessons. So like you learn. You're reinforced by your profits because you're in the right place at the right time, but you're learning bad habits that will catch up to you later on.
Yeah, dude, and it got too inflated. Too many people were trying to do the same thing, and it just stopped working.
So this is a good lesson where patterns work for a little bit, but then when too many people take advantage of them, they stop working, and then the opposite holds true. Actually, if you started shorting when they fail, you could profit. So that's trading, and you have to adapt. How much did you make early on?
So from March, April, May, it was literally my first month's trading. I think I made 10 grand.
Yeah.
Right? And then August, September, I probably made like 1,000, 1,500, like between the two, just make 100, lose 100, make 200, lose 200.
It's frustrating.
And now November, December, I've got back to 20 grand for the year. So
nice.
Everything's starting to come together.
But
for sure.
The reason why I wanted you on camera is you're at the beginning of your journey, but you're studying hard. I see you post to me on Instagram and you take small gains.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
I want people to understand, you have to keep everything in perspective. 90% plus of traders lose. Probably more like 95, maybe 99%. So you don't just have to say, oh, I want to make $1 million. Like if you can make $5 grand, $1,000, you make $100 on the day.
Yeah.
Keep that in perspective. That's not that bad. So you have to adapt. Don't get cocky. Understand that the markets change. What's rule number 1?
Cut losses quickly, dude.
Thank you.
You got it.
And you've learned that.
Yeah, I think my average loss is $80. My average win is $240. So
have you had a loss where you didn't cut it?
CYDY, that panic. I got caught in that fake turn.
Yeah.
It was a $400 loss for me.
How'd that feel?
That was not fun at all.
Yeah,
my mother was in the kitchen right around. I was like, oh,
Were you swearing in front of her?
No,
was it ugly?
It was quiet.
Were you crying?
No, it was just quiet.
You don't cry in front of your mom.
No.
Don't cry in front of your mom.
Don't make it worse than it has to be.
No.
Just take the loss and learn from it. But I learned from it, so now I'm way more cautious with panic dip buys. I just take every loss I get and just rotate it into learning something new. So that's how you have to be, I think.
No, and that's fantastic. You need that loss to teach you what not to do.
Yeah.
And you're lucky that your biggest loss was only $400. My biggest loss was 500 grand. Now I'm not going to do that again. How would you feel if you lost 500 grand?
I probably wouldn't be here right now.
Yeah, right? But it's okay. It made me stronger. It made me into a better trader. And that's how you have to look at losses. And you have the right mindset. Even though you've made 20 grand, and a lot of people out there are like, who cares about someone who makes 20 grand? It's not just about how much money you make in the long run. It's what can you do along the way. You're at 20 grand right now. Who knows what you're going to do in the future because you have the right mindset and because you're in this game where, frankly, the market is on fire.
Yeah, process over profits, dude. Always.
Why are you so wise already?
I don't know, Jack. I work with Jack, Kyle, dude. It helps a lot.
So click some links below. I'm going to include some links to videos that I've done with Jack and Kyle so you can help understand their mindset and understand their process too. That's what this is all about. It's not about making $1 million overnight. It's not about winning on every trade. It's having the right perspective and using the opportunities, for you. This is cool that you didn't have your normal job. You were forced to adapt. You did adapt. And then even in the markets, there's adaptations.
Yeah.
Just because you became a penny stock trader, just because you had a little success in a hot market, doesn't mean that it's all going to be success.
No. And then those losses bring it out too. They helped. If, say, I was winning August, September, October, I would have just learned more bad habits, and then I'd be screwed next year. It always catches up. That's how I see it. It's going to hit you eventually if you're not doing it the right way.
Are you going to promise that you're going to be, conservative?
Yeah, for sure.
You promise that you're going to cut losses quickly?
We're good. That's the cool part about trading is you can do whatever you want with it. There's 1,000 ways to go about it. I could just teach Jim and trade 2 to 4.
Mamma mia, Strati.
Jack does shorting. Mariana buys dips. Tim does his thing. Everyone can do whatever they want. So
what's my thing?
Dip buying.
I like how you gave them specific strategies, and I'm I do my thing.
Well, you don't short anymore. That was your thing, but
it's true. He's right about that. I don't like shorting.
You adapt really well, so your thing could be different next year. I don't know.
All right, I like that answer. You're giving good answers.
I'm a teacher. Dude.
This is your first interview ever.
I'm shaking for sure.
Right? Tell us about the story of your high school.
Which so when I was in high school, I won $1,000. It actually paid for the Mac that I use now when I trade.
Nice.
But it was a story slam. So in Massachusetts, every English class, when you're a senior, you have to tell a story for 1.5 minutes. It's not about what the story is, it's about how you deliver it. So I won my school. So then I was a representative for my school. Then you go compete against the representatives for every other school in the state. And we all met at a college, me and 1,000 strangers. And I just told the best story about my girlfriend dumping me in 6th grade. Made $1,000, and then my mom was like, "What just happened, dude? Why do we have $1,000?" It was really cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's good.
Funny story. The reason why I wanted you to tell it is I actually won my 5th grade spelling bee. Not even high school or junior high school, right? I won on lengthily. How do you spell lengthily?
Lengthily?
Yeah.
Lengthly. Lengthily.
Thily. He lost. No $1,000 for you. Anyways, in 5th grade, I won on that, but I lost. I lost in the junior high. I went to go compete against the junior high kids, and then I lost on Whittle. How do you spell Whittle?
Not even gonna bother.
Whittle. Whittle. Right? But similar story. It's kind of crazy.
Funny.
But I'm from Connecticut, and I think that if you win a competition, if you have any success, and you're just I don't know how this happened, but then you go on to future success and you adapt to different things. That shows that you have a little bit of talent, you have something.
Build on it. Whatever you're good at, just do it. Build on it.
Do you love trading?
Yeah, I love trading for sure. I had to turn down 2 jobs a few months back that could have got me back into teaching. I said, I need time with this. I'm just going to stick with it.
Really?
I might have burned a couple bridges. I don't know, but we're just going to go for it.
Cool. I'm excited to see what you do. But remember to cut losses quickly.
Yeah.
Remember, most traders lose. Remember, this is not easy. Remember that 2020 is very different than most trading years.
Yeah.
So don't be afraid to go
Stay
back
humble.
into the job market. You find what works for you. And that's what it should be for you too. Leave a comment below. Let me know how your 2020 is going. Let me know if you have a full-time job or a part-time job and you're trying to make it work. Remember, everyone is different, right? Yeah. So just what's worked for Jack or Kyle or for Strati, it could be anybody. And you have to really optimize for yourself. So thanks again for coming on.
Thank you, bud.